Continue our team coverage.
Well, it's the first alert weather day tomorrow, Bill, because of those remnants of Sally. So we've issued that first alert weather day mainly because of that heavy rain. A lot of rainfall associated off to the north of the center of circulation. And really this will help pump in plenty of moisture to our areas today and tomorrow and bring in a low end severe weather threat for tomorrow. So more on that here shortly. St. Stephen's noisy throughout there right now, gusty winds. And once again, this is racing off to the north and west. Watching this cell in particular very closely because of the little bit of rotation that we have been seeing associated with this cell. So we're going to continue to monitor that. Right now, just over Lane, Petersville, all of you are in this red polygon. So you're going to want to go ahead and take shelter, get into that indoor place. We've been telling you, have that spot in mind. You're going to lightning strikes associated with this storm. It actually is a stronger storm that's moving off to the northeast fast as well. So heads up to Edisto Beach right around 6:30, possibly 7:30 for Seabrook Island if this all stays intact. But well, good Wednesday afternoon, Low Country. I'm meteorologist Danielle Prince, continuing to track what is a very active afternoon for us. So if you don't have to be out on the roadways right now, I would stay put where you are. Well, good Sunday morning, Low Country. We are feeling some cooler temperatures really all across the southeast. That cooler, drier air is settling in. Check out North Charleston, 59 degrees right now. That is something that we haven't felt for 128 days.
Live 5 News.
Well, good Monday evening, Low Country meteorologist Danielle Prince. I hope your work week has been off to a great start. I know it has been wet at times, but now as we head through the rest of the day, that rain chance will continue to drop off as it makes its way closer. So all the Low Country under that slight risk. So low end tornado threat, but something we'll monitor because if there is a quick spin up, have that safe place in mind. And of course, we do have that chance once again with tomorrow night's high tide.
Winter night to come out and see the lights.
It certainly is, Bill. It is feeling cold out here, but it's so worth it. So many beautiful displays behind me. You can see this Chinese-inspired display here. We have some bamboo, we have some pandas, and really the beautiful thing about this exhibit here is how it brings together two cultures. Good afternoon to you, meteorologist Danielle Prince. A lot going on in the tropics this season. We've already had 18 named storms, and right now we're going to be keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Sally. Not so much for the hurricane approaches the Low Country. It's so important for us to keep an eye on those tide levels. As we know, we have issues with that coastal flooding here in the Charleston area of Hurricane Paulette. Far away from us, no need to worry about that. That is helping drive those tides up a bit higher. So we can't rule out some of that significant tidal flooding. So those areas that typically flood, just a heads up, you might want to find a different way home from work this evening. Really a great way to kick off that first weekend of October, Alexis. So you can see it is cooler, down by about 5 degrees for the North Charleston area and Mount Pleasant. As we head farther inland, you can see that temperature difference as well, down by about 7 degrees for the Somerville area, almost a 10-degree difference up into the King Street area this morning. So another morning where temperatures are in the 50s, but as we head through the next couple of mornings, won't be feeling as cool as this. So east of Biloxi. So moving closer slowly. You can see some of that banding just offshore of Panama City. Back at home, not tracking anything like that. In fact, some good news for us as we go through tonight and overnight. We're tracking a front, so that's going to push in some drier, some cooler air as we head throughout the next few hours. Now, as we head through the rest of the day, that rain chance will continue to drop off, drying out for many areas. But by tomorrow, we're tracking a cold front, so that means more rain ahead for us. Live look here just out of the Ashley River Bridges, overcast skies with this look here with temperatures in the 70s for all of you. Still tracking some heavy rain for some spots, especially out over Berkeley County. This batch of rain here has slowed down just a bit. It's right out over the Cordsville area, right out over Old Cordsville, western portion of the Caribbean. You can see this pinhole, very tiny eye here. Impressive development over the system. If you remember yesterday at this time, we were talking about this potentially becoming the next hurricane, and now within 24 hours already a Category 4 hurricane that is headed for Cozumel, possibly making landfall near that area within the next day or
moving further inland. Danielle, can we see any impacts from this system in our area?
Much better news for us, Alexis. We do have that rain chance today and tomorrow, but nothing like what we're seeing across Louisiana as they've been hit now within 6 weeks with another hurricane. So very unfortunate for them, but we'll go ahead and walk on over to the weather wall here and check out the latest. The good news is Tropical Storm Delta quickly weakening.
Alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Well, I hope your work week has been off to a great start. Meteorologist Danielle Prinz is tracking some activity in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, watching two storms, Tropical Storm Gamma and quickly strengthening Tropical Storm Delta that's working its way through the Caribbean. In fact, with this system, that could help increase our rain chance as we head to the end of this week, tracking out those remnants. Continue to track now Tropical Storm Sally. It is a first alert weather day issued for tomorrow because of the remnants from Sally. We do have the potential to see some of that heavy rainfall. Coastal flooding does continue really as we head into this weekend. With each high tide, we'll have to monitor that threat for coastal flooding, but also we're watching the potential tomorrow for an isolated quick spin up tornado. So really just stay weather aware as we head through the next 24 hours. First alert weather day does mean that you'll get more information more often, so just make sure you're checking in with us. We are seeing, or we should see, some coastal flooding once again this evening with that high tide that will happen close to 8 o'clock tonight. So once again, when you see that water on those roadways, make sure you just avoid those roadways this evening. So it is forecast to be right around 8 feet once again. So really closely, we'll be watching those winds and the direction of the winds. Not as strong as what we saw along our coastline last night. Also not out of the northeast, which typically helps drive some more water into the harbor. So that is good news, but really we'll just have to watch. Couple of severe thunderstorms across the low country, so northern Berkeley County, Williamsburg County. Make sure you are indoors and staying there until the strong line of storms pushes through. Also down into Beaufort County, we're watching a severe thunderstorm there, but we do have two warnings right now going on. This one does include the far northern tier of Berkeley County. That's until 6 o'clock this evening. Fast moving storms, but stay indoors for now. And then farther off to the north, you can see that severe warned area has been extended off to the northeast to include parts of Williamsburg County. That's until 6:15 this evening, so it does include Kingstree. It also includes Lane as well. So watching that closely. This is just west of the Andrews area, but plenty of lightning just north of St. Stephen's. Noisy throughout there right now, gusty winds, and once again this is racing off to the north and west. Watching this cell in particular very closely because of the little bit of rotation that we have been seeing associated with this cell. So we're going to continue to monitor that. Right now just over Lane, so we'll continue to watch this. So right now we're not talking about a tornado warning. This is a severe warned storm that is moving off to the north and west quickly, but heads up to Trio. This is heading to your area, so make sure you are indoors. Also can't rule out some hail with this as well. Very impressive as far as the rainfall rates here, just out over the Lane area. Karis, you probably hear it, very noisy throughout those spots, so certainly not a time to be out on the roadways. Make sure that you're staying inside your home. And then farther off to the south with this line, we're also watching this severe warned storm just throughout Beaufort County, right along the coast. That one lasts until 6:30. So all of this quickly working its way closer to our coastline, so eventually heads up to Seabrook Island. Gusty winds, heavy rain headed your way. And then right now out over I-26, this heavy rain quickly closing in on the Nexton Parkway area throughout Somerville, and then eventually working its way closer to North Charleston. Heads up Moncks Corner, gusty winds just on your doorstep, some of that heavy rain. This is going to quickly make its way closer to our coastline. So timing that out here for you, all this activity working off to the north and east. Heads up to Moncks Corner, arrival time right around 5:51. Goose Creek 6:08. West Ashley right around 6:20. Jamestown 6:35. And what we're hoping for is that we see this line weaken as it works its way off to the north and east, but still can't rule out a couple of strong storms which could produce damaging winds. So really that's our big concern here, not just that rotation that we're keeping a close eye on, but also these wind gusts. Check it out, 31 miles per hour in Walterboro, 32 right now down on Edisto Beach. And as we head farther off to the north, we do have a gust in Mount Pleasant there right around 14 miles per hour. So Charleston Tri-County area, Charleston metro area, it's going to get gusty as this line works its way through. Live look here out over West Ashley. You would never know that we were tracking a couple of severe storms across the low country, but once again they are moving off to our coastline. Timing that out here 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at that point. Could even be exiting our coastline, and inland areas that are dealing with that heavy rain right now should be drying out as we head through the later evening hours. Plenty of clouds left tonight and then drying out overnight, and a lot of sunshine ahead for us tomorrow, with temperatures quickly cooling down because of those winds out of the northwest. So here's a look at our marginal risk. This is what we are watching for, possibly a severe warned storm for your area. Once again, we are tracking those 3 storms
storms this evening, so continue to stay updated with us. But as we go throughout the next few hours, big cool down is ahead for us. Tomorrow's forecast high 75 degrees. A lot of sunshine the next couple of days, feeling comfortable Thursday into Friday with a lot of sunshine. Now, if you are headed out on the road